end up paying $500 for it because you're paying the smaller amounts and the interest is piling on. Yes.
What's the difference between a debit and a credit card?
Okay, a debit card is when you have money in an account somewhere, typically a bank. So you may have, let's say you have $50 in the bank and you have a debit card attached to that bank account. You go to the store, you want to buy, a sandwich. You put it in and the sandwich is $3. The $3 automatically comes out of your account, your savings account or your checking account at your bank. Now the credit card is different because you go, you buy the sandwich for $3, you give them the credit card, you then get a bill 30 days later for you to pay that $3. And the bill may say, pay 75 cents. Because they want you to pay small amounts because they want you to pay extra for the privilege of using their money. So you then have to pay that $3 off either right away or over time. So the difference is the money comes away from you right away, and the credit card, you have to pay it. Follow? Got it. So you have to be very careful because the thing about interest, can anybody tell me about compound interest? What is compound interest?
I know what interest.
Interest? Anybody know what compound interest is?
I'm trying to explain.
Yeah.
Well, from what I learned is that, like for example, you have $500 in your savings account, right?
Yes.
Every quarter you get like 2 or 3%, of those $500. It can be 505 the first 3 months, the first quarter.
Yep.
And then if you still have the same balance with without touching it, you get 2% more out of that $505. And it
So
keeps on going. It keeps on going
It's
every
earning
year.
money on your money, on your money,
Yes.
on your money.
And it multiplies. Keeps
Exactly.
multiplying. Yeah.
Exactly. And Albert Einstein said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't pay it. And that's the issue with credit cards. I mean, most credit cards are carrying probably, 20, 21%, maybe 18%
Right.
interest. So you're paying that on the money you don't pay off every month.
Yes.
I will just answer because I'm not even asked the question because I can't think of, maybe Ricky may know, I can't think of any investment that you can make that's going to pay you 18 to 21% interest. I just can't. So why would you carry a large balance on a credit card where you're paying that much money out?
Exactly.
Your objective is to earn that money.
Right.
So when I sit with people one-on-one and we're looking at their finances and I look at the credit card debt that they have, we start with the credit cards that have the highest interest rate and start paying those down. Because you really can't start investing until you do that. Because if a probably aggressive investment will get you maybe 8%, 10% interest, maybe in that ballpark. You don't want to put your money and start investing earning 8%, but you're paying 21% on the credit card. You got to pay the credit card down first before you start investing.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Years ago, my teacher told me, just put it in perspective, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather pay the bank 18, your balance plus 18% more, or do you want the bank to pay you your balance plus 2% every year?
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. Okay. Actually, let's go to the next one. We want to talk about this. All right. So this one says, and I mentioned a little bit about the rainy day fund. This one says, how many months' expenses should you save in an emergency fund in the event that you lose all your income? We can't see the options, but I think they're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year. Anybody have any thoughts?
6 months.
6 months?
3 months.
3 months? A year? What do you think down there? How much money should you save for that rainy day fund I talked about if something happens? How much money do you think you should save in your expenses?
6 months.
6 months. 6 months. That's right. So, in our industry, what we say is that in your rainy day fund, you should figure out what all your expenses are and save 6 months of that in case something, catastrophic happens, like you lose your job. But now, things have gotten a little bit better, but it's not as easy. If you lose your job, you used to be able to go out within a month maybe,
Right.
find another job. It takes a little bit longer now. So what we're saying is, yes, we say 6 months, but if you can save more, like 9 months to a year, that's even better. But again, this is what you need to save before you start trying to invest, because you want to have that cash on hand in case anything should happen. Okay? Next slide. If you're receiving income, and this could be like if you, do some chores around the house, or you have a summer job, how much of that money do you think you should save? So if you have some chores around the house and you get like $20, how much of that $20 do you think you should save? Half of it. All of it. That's even better. I'm telling you, I'm gonna switch seats here. All of it. All of it. What do you think?
20 to 25%.
20 to 25%. What do you think?
Third.
A third. A third. You guys are all in the ballpark. What we say, the rule of thumb is 10%.
Okay.
That you should save 10% of everything you make, and you should take that off the top, because if you take it off the top, you put it on automatic, you don't see it, you don't miss it. But the problem is life gets in the way,
Yes.
and it's hard. Sometimes it's really hard. And what we say is if you can't save 10%, then save 5%. Save a third, save 2%, save something, because it's about patterns of behavior and getting into the mindset of actually trying to save money. So if you can't do the 10, do 1%. And then maybe the next year you can do 2%, but at least you're doing something, because something is better than what?
I think.
I took David Ramsey's financial peace class, and it was saying like first start off, trying to save $1,500, and then once you have $1,500 in the bank, then start working on paying off your bills and stuff like that. And then once you pay that off, then you can kind of start the college fund and all that.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And you mentioned college funds. I mean, that's really important for people who are planning for children to go to college, because you can put very small amounts in there early on when they're very young, single digits, and when they grow up, and that money, because of the miracle of compound interest, it grows. I mean, I was fortunate. I have 3 kids. I have 2 in college and one about to go in 2 years, and started college funds when they were babies. And if they're going to pay for 100% of it, but it's enough to pay for 2.5 years for all, for each of my kids.
Wow.
So I only have to pay for a year and a half of college for my kids, because I started when they were infants. So to the extent that you guys know folks who have kids and they want to plan, look at these college savings plans, because there's so much flexibility. If your child decides that he or she doesn't want to go to college, if you have a nephew or a neighbor, that person can use it. You can use the money, you can transfer it over. You can decide, I want to go back to school. So it's a very easy way to put very small amounts of money where and watch it grow and be able to help pay for college. You may not pay for 100%, but I'm taking 2.5 years per kid.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have money put away for my daughter, like in a mutual fund. So maybe I should switch it to a college savings fund.
It depends on the type of mutual fund. You have to take a look at that and see. But you still should be thinking from her, because the other thing you have to think about, in addition to the college plans, you have to think about retirement.
Right.
And that mutual fund may be a part of your overall retirement
Right.
plan.
Okay.
So you can do both. Yeah, you can do both. Next slide. And this is just to remind me, because we can't see the answers, just to
right.
remind me what to ask.
I have a question.
Yes.
Well,
yes. No, go ahead. No, you go.
No, continue.
You go.
Continue. I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Well, don't forget. Okay.
I won't.
Okay, got it. This one says, I think I remember the ages. What age should you begin saving for retirement, which I just mentioned a second ago. Can you read them all?
I can see it if you want.
Okay, yeah, read the numbers off.
21, 30, 40, 50, and 60.
21.
Anybody else? What do you think?
21.
21, what do you think?
15.
21? Yeah. The answer's yesterday. So right, so you pick the lowest age. You should start saving immediately, because money grows over time. And I don't have this chart here. I wish I brought it, but I have a chart that shows if you start saving, just small amounts, how the money grows over a 20-year period. You can start with like $1,000, saving that a month, and within 10 years, it's close to $100,000 because of the compound interest. So the answer is start saving immediately, and you're putting it in either tax deferred or tax-free instruments, so that when you take it out, you don't have to pay the taxes on it, or you pay taxes when your income level is a lot lower, when you're not working anymore, and you can avoid some of the taxes. But the answer is start saving immediately for retirement. So you mentioned the mutual fund. The mutual fund might be a part of your overall retirement plan, where you don't want to spend it. You have your daughter, she's going to go to college. You want to spend that for her when she gets to be college age, but you still need to start planning for yourself and for your family for retirement.
Okay.
Yes, your question.
Now.
And if I'm missing anything, Ricky, jump in. Okay, please. All right.
What about if you have a 401k? Is it part of the retirement, or is it separate?
It's part of your overall retirement plan.
Okay,
Yeah. And the thing about 401ks is you have to make sure that you really try hard not to touch it because there are significant tax penalties for doing that.
Okay.
For early withdrawal, you can get hit for an extra 10% tax, and this tax is ordinary income. So you could really get slammed on the taxes if you touch that. So you have to try really hard not to mess with that. But if you have, I'm actually meant to do, if you have an employer who matches your 401k, you have to put in enough to the maximum of the match. Billions of dollars are left on the table every year by people who do not take advantage of it. It's free money. So don't
It's
take
free
advantage
money,
of
yes,
the match.
it's definitely.
So you have to figure out a way, now going back to where we started with that budget, right? Going back to figuring out, okay, how can I pull out enough where I can put in enough to get the maximum employee match? Okay, got it. Next slide. Okay, I'll ask my little ones this one. Why do you think people should save money? Should they save money to buy something special, like a house or a car? Should they save money for an emergency? Should they save money to start investing? Or is it all of these things? Why should people save money? Yes.
To grow their wealth for future investment.
To grow their wealth. I like that.
I say all of both because like if you like want to buy something, you don't have to
Mhm.
wait. It's like you share money, save your money.
Exactly. So it's to grow your wealth and it's to save to buy things for the future. Because again, you have to go back to the budget. You have to have a plan. So if you decide, I want to buy a house, you got to start planning. How are you going to buy that house? You're going to start. So you're going to figure out how much you have to save for the down payment. You're going to get a sense of what the monthly payments are going to be, and you start saving so you can buy the house.
Mhm.
Same thing with the car. And again, same thing with the unexpected events. That's the rainy day fund. That's what you're going to be saving for. And then for future investments, and we'll talk about what you can do once you get to the point where you have extra money where you can actually start investing. Okay. Next slide. Okay, investments listed. Which one do you think are the best? We can't see some of these, but I have some listed.